Oh, wow, ladies and gentlemen, what a match! What a match! What an absolute firecracker of a performance. Tantalizing, absolutely tantalizing, mind blowing, ground shaking, spanking match we witnessed. I mean, who cares about the Champions League matches that took over, during the midweek? This was the real deal. I mean, this is the exact reason why I woke up at 1 a.m. to watch this match, and by the time it finished, it was roughly around 4 a.m. It was so worth it. It was so worth it. The suffering, the lack of sleep, perfect. This match had it all, ladies and gentlemen. The mighty Legia Warsaw of Poland. I must admit, what a sensational atmosphere and what a team. Quality across the field, and the way they were moving, a strong European side. A good match for us, but not really the greatest match. We took care of him. We were absolutely bombastic. We were bombastic from the starting lineup till the start of the first half, till the very end in the second half, the final whistle. Every point of the game, we were mind blowing. We were absolutely scorching. We were scorching. Honestly, what a lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start things off with the lineup. As soon as I saw Nkunku up top, I just grabbed my popcorn and I was ready. I was ready for the brilliant treat that we were going to be getting. And wow, rightly so, we did. I know he missed a penalty, but we keep that. We don't talk about that one. We don't talk about that one. We won 3-0. Why do we have to focus on that? And then I saw Cole Palmer. Then I saw Benoit Bad Boy Badiashile. I knew this was going to be an absolute masterclass. And Enzo Maresca nailed it, ladies and gentlemen. Dewsbury Hall in midfield, Reece James, Tyreek George, very happy with Tyreek George, Achapong as well. Just happy, very happy. Sancho as well. Made me so happy, man. Made me just delirious. Absolutely delirious. Then, of course, the match started, and I have to admit, if you haven't watched the game because you thought, oh, this is the Conference League, this, that, the other, you missed out. You missed out an absolute glamorous performance, an absolute rocking night in the European stage. I fully suggest you go back, drop whatever you're doing right now. Drop it. It's not worth it. Believe me, it's not worth it. Drop whatever you're doing right now. Go back and then watch the entire match, not highlights, condense it down to 20 minutes or 9 minutes or 5 minutes. Watch the entire thing because the details are very important. The way we played, tiki taka, tuk tak, pick book. Oh my days, brilliant. I was honestly, this is the evolution. This is where the football is going. I can see football evolving right in front of our eyes, honestly. And Enzo Maresca is spearheading that, and it is so good to see all of our youngsters, the fruits of their quality, the fruits of the investment that our owners have done. It's all coming to fruition. It is all coming to fruition. And we are blessed. We are so blessed. Not once in that entire match did I think about sleeping. Not once did I even contemplate, let's get a pillow and let's go to bed. No. This was sensational. This was epic. Do you know what I mean? Like main event, WWE, that type, like just actions galore. We were all over them. We were absolutely all over them like a rash. We were on top of them. We were deep throating them. That's what we were doing. We were deep throating Legia Warsaw. Let's start from the top. As I said, first half, the best half. That is the best half. I know we got the goals in the second half, but the first half, the tactical intricacies, it's something to really cherish. And as I said, you need to watch. We kick things off with Nkunku. Wow, what a sublime performance. I can understand now why he was deemed as the savior. He is the savior. He is the absolute savior. And look, blessed. Whenever there's no Jackson up front, absolutely blessed. I don't understand the slander on his name. I really don't. It's a mystery for me. Comment below. Why do you slander Nkunku? I think it's unlawful. I think it's criminal, and I think it's unjust. And for me, he put on a sublime performance. Sancho was on the right, and he was running rings around all of these Liga Warsaw players. it was so sensational to see. It was honestly, he was just twisting them up like a pretzel. Honestly, he was unbelievable. He was on fire. He was on fire doing rainbow flicks and all sorts step overs. And whilst he was doing the step overs, he was going to the right, and it was so funny to see the Liga Warszawa player would just jump to the right every time he did a step over. The player would just go flying, and then there was the space through the middle, and Sancho, he took full advantage of that space. Cole Palmer played 45 minutes, which is a positive. He's focused on the Premier League game coming up against Ipswich, so it was a good, nice hit out for him. I thought he was magnificent as well. His vision, his composure, an absolute masterclass. A tactician on his own right. He will go down as one of the finest players in the UEFA Conference League history. I don't think you'll see a better player than Cole Palmer in this. In this competition. So cherish the moments, ladies and gentlemen. For all the people that have secondary clubs that might be in the Conference League, you will never see a better player than Cole Palmer, ladies and gentlemen. And kudos to the sporting directors and the ownership to get this unbelievable baller in our team. Some special mentions towards Achapong. Achapong delivered a fantastic game. Post-match, Enzo Maresca said, "I'm in love. The player that made me fall in love today was Achapong. He made him fall in love. Do you know how deep that is? Love is deep. He made him fall in love. This is no thing to, mess about. There's nothing to joke about. This is insane. Our manager fell in love today with Josh Achapong. And let's see what happens in the weekend if he starts. If someone makes you fall in love, if someone makes you feel that way, feel a bit weak in the knees, you'd think he'd start in the weekend. So let's see what happens. It might be back to Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto played on the left side. Cucurella once again was, took a little bit of a break. Cucurella, he's worked hard, deserves a bit of break. So why not? Malo Gusto played on the left side, and I thought, besides his lovely hair, lovely lush hair, I thought every movement he made, every move you made, I'll be watching. That song. Malo Gusto reminded me of that. Brilliant. Tariq George scored in the second half. Lovely. Mopped things up. People were calling him Inzaghi. Pippo Inzaghi. Pippo. That's how he made his career, Pippo Inzaghi. Filippo Inzaghi, that's what he used to do. He used to just, dive in and react first on scraps that would be left behind by the goalkeeper. And Tariq George was there. Lovely shot from range from Reece James. Reece James looks like a proper boss in midfield. Proper boss. I think this could be his future, Reece James, right there. I do think he could become one of the greatest in that midfield position. I think from his injury standpoint as well, it's a good position to play. He doesn't need to bomb up and down. And if we camp the opposition on their half, which we did with Liga Warszawa, we camped them. We jailed them up. We locked them up. We jailed them up and we threw the keys away, and they were nowhere near. They weren't going to come out of that box. They had nothing. They had nothing. Absolutely nothing. Strong, but strong. Still strong. Strong European team. Still strong. Strong defensively. And in the second half, Noni Madueke came on and just showed the class. Showed why we've missed him in recent times. Noni Madueke, look, I think Esteval's going to struggle, man. I'm not even joking. I think Esteval Willian next season, thinking he's just going to strut himself into the starting lineup. Big boy, be careful. Noni Madueke, yeah, proper Chelsea now. He's gonna have something to say to Esteval Willian. And for me, Madueke, wow, sublime performance. Couple of really good goals. Nice assist from Sancho. Sancho, for all the haters out there, pay the 5 million, send him off to Man United. I don't think so. I say pay the 25 million, keep Sancho. Do you know what I mean? So, suck shit, Man United. Suck shit. You're never going to get any player of that ilk for 25 million. It's a bargain. And someone who can deliver that level of assists in big European stage, are you mad? Are you mad? We're going to let him go. We're going to pay the 5 million penalty. Are you actually mad? And sick in the head. Get out of here. We paid that 25 million buy option and we purchase him outright. We purchase him because these type of performances next season, we're going to be in potentially Europa League or even Champions League. Very importante to get someone like Jadon Sancho, Keenan Dewsbury Hall. Wow, what a gladiator. Honestly, when I see Keenan Dewsbury Hall, it reminds me of Russell Crowe, gladiator. Do you know what I mean? Like the original gladiator, not the recent one. I didn't even see the recent one, to be honest. He reminds me of a proper gladiator, man. Warrior, man. Like silky, physical, deserved a goal. He took a lovely shot in that first half, deserved a goal. Big save from that goalkeeper. Just overall, just fantastic performance. Honestly, I probably missed out on so many other great performances in that match. But look, Jurgensen didn't have anything to do. He was literally a spectator. He was, I think, half the time just talking to the crowd behind him. So he had a nice night out, you know, being in that atmosphere, being in that arena. But yeah, look, we move. Brilliant victory. Legia Warszawa, thank you so much. You tried, but you failed miserably. We showed you who the boss is of Europe, and we move on. We should easily win this competition. I'm not one bit worried. Move on to Ipswich, and the spanking Ipswich is going to take from our hands. The spanking they're going to take over the weekend. Be careful, Ipswich. Be careful. Liam Delap. You think you're going to do something? You think you're going to audition again? Get out of here, man. Liam Delap. You're going to see. You're going to see how a night. Is it during night time? I don't think so. I think it's during the daytime. You're going to see how a day out at Stamford Bridge looks like, man. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel that atmosphere. You'll feel that noise. The ground's going to start rattling. You would never have faced something like this in your lifetime before. Ipswich, you're about to absolutely get demolished. I cannot wait. Ladies and gentlemen, Legia Warszawa 0, Chelsea 3. I could not be any more happier. I could not. Even if I tried, I could not be any more happier. This is the peak of happiness. This is how it must feel when you're high. The peak. You cannot get any more than this. Any more, I think you're in trouble. Smash up the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content, and comment below how you saw the match. Don't be negative. Do not be negative. All right? Catch you later.